It has come to my motherfucking goddamn gay attention that the presidential debate is tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard. Here to report the story live, our favorite, Bob from Channel 8.
Reporting live from the Spiritual Worldwide. Bob from Channel 8. Bob.
The confrontation in Atlanta between Joe Biden and Donald Trump Thursday night has a good chance of becoming the most fateful presidential debate in the United States history. For the first time, a sitting president and an ex-president will lock horns before millions of viewers in an encounter taking place far earlier than normal, even before the party conventions. The CNN-hosted showdown is the most pivotal moment yet in the neck-and-neck election, and it's Biden's best chance to shake up a re-election bid that he is in deep danger of losing as he struggles to convince voters that he delivered the political and economic normality he promised in 2020. Reporting live, everybody's favorite, I know I am, Bob from Channel 8.
Reporting live from the Spiritual Worldwide. Bob from Channel 8. Bob.
So, everybody knows that I'm a political buff. Okay? No, bitch, I'm not buff, but I'm working on it. I haven't really been seeing a lot from Biden at all. I've seen a lot of Kamala on the talk show circuit waving and making sure that her press ain't gave out. That's what I've been seeing. Okay? But that goddamn Kamala has been waving ever since she got elected as vice president.
Woo, that'll do it.
Okay? So it seems as if Joe Biden has sent his wife, because I have seen Dr. Biden out there talking about education reform on The View and on certain talk shows and stuff like that as well. I think Kamala Harris actually did the Sherry Shepherd show too. So I haven't really seen a lot of Biden's camp, and I honestly have only been seeing controversial propaganda surrounding Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really seen anything that would have taken me as surprise after the insurrection took place where he was leaving office. I mean, after that, after people lost their lives with what is supposed to be a peaceful transition of power, there's not much else you can do that's going to shock me. I mean, I just think that is... I mean, how can you top that? Well, you did top that. You got 32 felonies. But I do know this. As I talk to my audience and my clients about this, mostly everybody's voting for Biden because he's the less of two evils. I once predicted that Kamala Harris would become the first woman black president, and she did for 24 hours as Joe Biden went under anesthesia for a time period. So it was unfortunately, I'm not voting. I haven't been convinced that my voice actually matters, even though our Mayor Pro Tem, who I'm about to call in here, has urged me to take it a slight bit more seriously than I am. I'm going to vote when I feel there's somebody I truly stand behind, like I stand behind an artist that I really like. You know? I am a severe case of the millennial generation having voters' apathy. I'm a conspiracy theorist, and a lot of what I do perceive is not that of my vote matters. You know what I'm saying? Just like apparently Facebook and goddamn YouTube don't matter because it just shut itself down. I told you. Start talking about politics, they will shut you down. Well, at least they didn't shut down my Instagram page. I do know that there's not a live audience. Starting over here too. But I do know that there's not a live audience for this debate, and I do know that the moderator has a trigger to mute somebody's microphone. But Donald Trump's so loud, I don't think you have to worry about muting.
Woo, that'll do it.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to worry about muting.
So that's the pretext that I have to this. But just to have a brief banter about it, I do want to invite in our Mayor Pro Tem out there in Los Angeles. Bradley Couture is with us. Let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello.
Miss Shay Bernard, go ahead and introduce your formal title for our audience today.
My name is Shaylinda Bernard. I'm Moreno Valley Mayor Pro Tem. And you forecasted all of that was going to happen.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Everybody's excited, as you can see, but congratulations once more. Okay, so we have like about a good 5 minutes so I can actually post this in full to actually banter about this. But you know, we talk privately about politics all of the time. What's going on? What should we be concerned about? What should we be looking for? Talk to me about like the structure of the debate. What is this going to do? What does Hunter Biden getting locked up have to do with this? Does Donald Trump's felonies have? Just talk to us. What's your perception of all of this?
My perception is y'all better get your liquor ready. There will be no audience. There will be a lot of microphone cutting. There will be a lot of Joe Biden trying to prove that he's mentally fit, which is why you haven't seen him. You've seen all the women in his lives around him. There will probably be a lot of Donald Trump calling him Little Joe, Dementia Joe. I see it all happening. This is gonna be
okay,
interesting.
so you feel as if it's about to be a shit show for what I'm hearing.
I do. Okay. Get your liquor ready now.
Okay.
Because we all gonna be drunk.
I've learned I can't drink during the week, but I will roll a fat ass blunt with one of them Hawaiian cigars I brought back to the mainland.
Listen.
Hey, I'm definitely watch this over some turkey legs that I got in the on the grill right now. How are the Democrats doing? You know, I saw on The View that they said a lot of people are undecided. I haven't been persuaded to vote in either direction. What's the nation doing right now?
Because you're not excited. So the one thing we don't talk about in politics a lot is politics is about how people feel. So the reason people showed up for Barack is it made them feel like, yeah, we can do this.
Yeah.
Yes, we can get over that. Politics is just as much about feeling as it is about your actual policy. And right now, we're not excited. These are the two choices we got. They've been talking about Robert Kennedy all day.
You get a
chewed
piece of gum or you get a ran over Jolly Rancher. Which one you gonna choose?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And if every of the last 3 or 4 elections, they keep telling you this is the election of a lifetime. Well, damn, how many lifetimes I got? You can't keep telling me that, right? Like they keep. So.
I mean, you're right. Okay, so policy-wise, what are the differences here? I know Donald Trump has threatened to like reconstruct the Constitution because he is facing 32 felonies. Am I right in saying that 32 or 34?
He was convicted of 34 felonies.
34 felonies. Okay. In that, is that gonna affect his run on presidency? Like, is that
no? Like, I don't think it convinces. I think if you already weren't there for him, you were never going to vote for him anyway. And if you were already going to vote for him, how is that going to sway you? What it should be conditioning us to, though, is a conversation about how do we treat people that have felonies? Because if you can run for the highest office in the land,
then you should be able to get a job in a call center.
Exactly, and not have to check the box.
Yes, true shit. I personally don't think a felon should be able to run for president.
But there's nothing that says you can't. The only thing on the books, honestly, like in the state of Florida, is if you've been convicted of a felony, you can't vote.
Now, the felonies that he got was lying about paying hush money to Stormy Daniels, correct? Yeah. But what about these documents that were found at Murcielago?
Oh, she's stalling that. No. That judge, the Trump-appointed judge, she's stalling that. That's not going to happen before November. By the time he gets back into office, because at the rate he's edging out Joe, he might just get back in there. It won't even matter. They won't prosecute him for it.
Now, I mean, I'm going to read this again, but I do feel like he's going to take that presidency. I do. I mean, I've had a feeling ever since, this was even before Hunter Biden got convicted. I just had a feeling that Joe don't want to do it. Like, I got a feeling that Joe don't want to be there, but he's like in a rock in a hard place right now because if he don't do it, then the orange man is gonna have to, and that puts a fear in not only his heart but everybody's heart. But I'm reading like his presence and the presence at the State of the Union address. Yes, he gave alert. Yes, he gave. I do want to, I'm here. I'm present, but it didn't give willingness. Am I the only one who thinks that way?
No, but I think he's tired. He's probably tired of them coming after Hunter.
Hmm.
Remember, he had Bo, who passed away from the brain tumor. He had the wife and the daughter who were killed in the car accident that left him a widower. Like, he's
He's
tired.
tired. Joe needs a break. But if like we give you a break right now, our
We
country is going
can't.
to
We don't
Trump,
have
and
anybody else because
and
they
I
didn't
feel
want.
like Trump
Yeah,
is a little too much like Putin for me to give him my vote for real.
a little too much. He is Putin. He wants what Putin has. He wants that. He loves what North Korea has. He
Hmm.
loves the worshiping of himself.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you are bearing witness to Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong Un in a car doing karaoke together, there's a fucking problem. That's the problem. We owe
Yep,
China a lot of money, and Russia already feels some type of way because didn't we take out one of them submarines?
we did. But if Putin gets what he wants, which is Trump back, now we all buddy buddy again, aren't we?
So, I mean, this is this is this is a lot to take in, especially for the common man who just wants to make sure that their family is secure and taken care
Mm-hmm.
of under the morality that they have as an individual. I always tell you to do this. What do you feel for the people that are apathetic about voting now? Because again, I'm still on the I'm not voting
I
tier,
know.
but. Upon our conversations, I will say this: I'm voting locally because I don't like the governor that's running.
There you go. That's a start. Um, I always tell people I'm never going to tell you who to vote for. What I'm going to tell you is pick people that align with your values the most, one, and also remember you may not always see like down the line how these things are
Mhm.
actually going to play out for the betterment, but I would appreciate if you thought about my sons who are only 4 and 5. I appreciate if you thought about your future grandchildren. Like when our ancestors got the right to vote, even though they were being killed and strung up, they still attempted to do it because they thought about us in the future, that we
What
didn't
I
have to be in
get,
those
what I
camps.
get with what you're saying is, what are we gonna give our babies?
Yeah, I mean, look at you've been having the climate discussion, right? How hot is it right
Oh,
now? And
bitch,
the
it's
people
smoldering
effing
out
it
here.
up ain't even gonna be here.
And we got to do something about these cities like Pittsburgh, who are producing more air pollution than any other city in the fucking United States.
Yeah,
I mean, there's got to be some type of hot class filters that they can use right now to actually prevent the globe from warming up. I mean, and the people who are conspiracy theorists about it, all I say is go the fuck outside. It's hot. It's hot. It makes you think about back in the day, like during the Underground Railroad, these people was walking to freedom in that with no resources.
yeah,
So I mean, I don't know. I went down a different rabbit hole, I know, but
yeah,
anywho, so let's think about what are we going to hand our children?
yes.
What are we going to hand our children out? And every election is an opportunity to better the governing forces that
Mm-hmm.
be to our children.
Mm-hmm.
Last question that I have for you, and I said that was the last question, but I love talking to you. Everybody
I
loves her,
know.
right? How deep of a conspiracy theorist are you at the level of politics that you currently are at?
I am. What I will say is this: I think by the time we get to the presidency, all of those things and all those conversations are had before they even get picked.
Right.
I can tell you there are certain situations where before you walk in the door,
You
I'm like,
already
yeah, this is done.
know. You
This is
already
done.
know. Okay. Is that based on relation, money, or conspiracy though? In conspiracy, I mean that like the ultimate political conspiracy is that they're all puppets. We're puppets by those puppets who are being
Uh huh.
puppeted by other individuals that are at the top. They have absolutely nothing to do with government at all. They just are sitting there with their chalices, like, okay, yeah, we are making the decisions, and then they act upon that throughout the masses. You see what I'm saying? How
Yeah,
much of that really is conspiracy, though?
I believe that there are groups where they have certain sects of people. where they decide, like, you are going to run for this, you are going to be in office for this.
Yes.
And we've seen it. If you ever look at like how the Republicans are connected to certain things, certain Democrats are connected to certain things, they all kind of come from the same marquee, right?
Yeah.
And it's
I mean,
kind
there
of
was
like, okay,
even this one conspiracy that said all the presidents were related.
I don't go that far. Like, you really think they're gonna let a black man up in
I
the
mean,
up in the?
they pinned it to where Barack Obama's ancestor or some shit. I mean, I don't, but at the same time, you know, I'm more of a conspiracy theorist than a politician.
I know you are.
What I'll say is this: regardless of anything, when the people make noise, everything else conforms to the people. It's been proven by the anti-slavery, because if that wasn't the case, slavery would still be going on to this day. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when the masses really do unify and have a voice, it can evoke change. I just wanted to know how much of that change is really the powers that be, or is it really the powers that be?
I personally think we have to still fight against the change instead of just accepting that, you know, the
Just
powers
saying,
that be.
okay, there's nothing we can do
Yeah,
about
because
this. Like, yeah.
that's, first of all, that's exactly the exact opposite of what you done told my ass before to do. When I'd be like, I should accept you, you'd be like, no, girl, don't accept
Yeah,
that.
no, I mean, you're right.
And it's, so I feel like there's power in numbers.
It is.
There's always more of us than there is them. But if we all just say, damn it, and go home, they gonna keep doing what they do.
You know what's crazy? You said it's power in numbers, and I'm just realizing I have 2,000 people watching here, and I did not buy any watchers today. Okay, so like somebody in the comment section, really Erica says defeatist. Don't have a defeatist mentality and actually have a more proactive, we can evoke change. It only takes two people, one person to actually evoke the change and the other person to support that change. And once that happens, you'll see people coming out the woodworks to support your cause, no matter what the cause is. I know I said that was the last thing, but one more thing. Word of advice to the voter right now, what would you say?
I'm going to tell you the truth. These are the two candidates you have. I know no one's excited. I know no one's excited because I'm not excited. I know no one's excited, but remember, it's not about you. It's about everybody else, your children, your future lineage. It's never about you.
Mayor Pro Tem from Moreno Valley, everybody. Brady Couture is with us, and I cannot wait to have further conversations about this. I feel like we need to talk tomorrow during the show to kind of recap the debate. Are you down to join us?
Yeah, let me know.
If you keep going, I'm going to have to pay your ass, but I don't know if I can pay you like the state. Well, does the state pay?
Yes, they pay me.
Okay,
I get paid.
Okay, well, I don't know if I could top that.
Discuss that another day. We'll discuss that another day. You know, we don't discuss it in public.
I'll send you something tomorrow, girl.
All right. But I'll be talking with you tonight, though.
You say what?
I'll be texting with you tonight.
Okay, I know we are, because you know how we doing something going on. All right, no. I'll see you later, baby. I'm about to read it and see what we have to look forward to. Spirit, can I read this? I got the okay, go from Spirit. I'll put cards on the table, but before I do that, isn't it refreshing to see one of us having a seat? Shout out to Brady Couture. I don't mean black person. I mean Richie, one of my clients and somebody that's a part of the Boots Tarot community. Let's see what the cards have to say about how this debate is going to go. I'm going to give some predictions about how it's going to go based on the cards, and we'll see how it plays out. I think that they're going to mute Donald Trump's mic so much that he walks off. I don't know if the moderator is pro left or right, but this is basically suggesting that Donald Trump gets extremely frustrated very early in the election, the debate. Okay. I do feel like he's going to be reduced to ridicule. Darkface shows up in reverse, and Kavitha and Vila is in reverse. This is basically suggesting that Donald Trump is going to take the low road. The such card is upright, though, which says that Joe Biden shouldn't be counted out. This is saying that he does make an affirmed stance. It's not powerful. It's like subtle power when Donald Trump is yelling. So honestly, I think that this is going to benefit both parties. I do. I feel like it's going to influence people that are already voting for Biden to vote. It's going to influence people who are rah-rah about the entertainment of Trump. Notice what I said. I do feel like the policy is going to get lost in the antics. And I feel like Joe Biden isn't going to directly address Donald Trump that often. I don't. I think Joe Biden is really going to be targeting the question at hand and the question that he's been prepped for. And I don't necessarily feel like he's going to roll around in the mud with Donald Trump. Is that factual? Unless he talks about his kids. I think we'll see Joe Biden have an emotional response to that. But I don't think he's going to break character. The gatekeeper shows up upright, so I feel like he's programmed to accept that response. Notice how I said programmed. Yeah, that's kind of generally what I see here. I do feel like Donald Trump might dismiss himself and either reappear or not reappear during the debate. Kavita and Vile is also in reverse as well. I think we're going to see something new from Trump, but presented in an outlandish way. Okay. I also feel like they're going to do this again. Is there more than one of these? Can somebody confirm that? Is there more than one of these? I'm just waiting on confirmation before I move forward. Okay, somebody said it's 3 or 2. I'm looking at 2 and 3. That's a receipt because I sure as hell didn't know. And I feel like the second one, well, I'll read that when we get there. This one is like, okay, hey again, and it gives not a lot has changed, but it also gives that Joe Biden ain't no bitch. It gives that he ain't sleep, he ain't no bitch, and he's willing to pipe up when something it needs to be piped up about. And maybe we need to see him get defensive about his kids. Because that'll give us a little bit of girth. You know what I'm saying? Trump is to be expected. Childish, name calling is there, and I do foresee a walk off. Those are my presidential debate predictions.